because they don't want to realize they're not being that smart upstairs. So, you know, they do the little investigation. I pass in my paperwork that they want, and they say, okay, this person was fraudulently, you know, putting in a report, and they release the check after. So, yeah. Nope, that's the truth, darling. But you don't need to be here. See, I don't want any negativity. Positivity. But yeah, that's just how it goes. And like I said, they ended the investigation on the 31st of October. So it's just a waiting game at this point. I'm supposed to get my October and November check. Guaranteed to get my December 1st check. But October and November are, I'm just waiting. It's just a waiting game. I'm from Maine. I'm a Mainer. I'm a Mainer. Can't get there from here. I mean, they're older than me. I mean, some of them were... Yeah, most of them are senior citizens, but they're older than me, so they're my elders, period. Oh, really? I live about 15 minutes from the New Hampshire border. I am thankful that God woke me up this morning with a heartbeat. It is, and basically the report was me saying that I wasn't reporting everything, which I did, so Lubeck. Absolutely. You know, I mean, I'm not, and for those of you who don't believe, I don't want to, you know, offend anybody, but God put me here for a reason. I may not know the reason. He set me up on a path. I may not know the path, but I'm going to live it and be grateful. I just wish everyone could be like when I was being raised. Absolutely. That's a good idea, positive vibes. Write one thing that you are grateful for. Yes, I got moved. I'm in my new home. I mean, the kitchen's pretty small, but it is what it is, you know. It's a roof over my head. It's definitely better than being homeless. Mr. Dapper. Frank has not been here for almost 2 months now. So move along with yourself. As far as I know, he is no longer in the state. And I don't care to know. But Mr. Dapper, if you have an infatuation with Frank, I suggest you go talk to him. I don't want to hear it in here, okay? Thank you. For Chris, I'm trying to go back here. Okay. Yes, I'm grateful for my babies too. I mean, God blessed me with 3 beautiful kids. Yeah, this world is a mess, and you know what? There's so much damn hate. Oh, it just irritates me because there's not a lot of, like, I don't know about where you guys are all at, but up here in Maine, the resources are very skim. Housing is so skim. And I mean, we have one shelter for York County. One shelter that houses, I think, maybe 20 residents. 20 residents out of as many homeless as up here. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous and sad. Yes, I made Thanksgiving dinner. The video's in my profile. The weather right now is cold, but I love the weather up here because we have actual seasons. Like we have, winter, spring, summer, fall. We have actual seasons. Winter can be bad. It just depends. I mean, when I was younger, we had a lot of snow. Last winter was my first winter back home because I was down in Kentucky for 2 years, and we really didn't get a lot of snow. So I'm kind of hoping for a lot of snow. I love snow. I love it. Exactly. That's what I was always taught, and that's why, even though I lived in Florence, Kentucky for 2 years, but that was a big culture shock in the South. I mean, Maine, and I don't want to offend anyone, but Maine, to me, is so much more peaceful than Ohio or Kentucky. Florence, y'all. Oh yeah, I saw that water tower. Right. I saw that down there. And no hate, once again, no hate on anybody specific from down there. But y'all drivers, your driving sucks. Like, you guys don't care if you hit somebody and then just take off. You guys leave your cars on the side of the road just to burn up. It's just, oh my Lord, it's crazy. Kentucky to me is in the South. And then there's like oil on the road down there. So like even when it rains, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Oh my gosh, and I was afraid to drive. I only drove like not even a handful of times down there because I was so scared. Layla, Kentucky is the South for me. Oh, I've been to New York City. I've actually driven through New York City, and yeah, you guys are a little crazy. But like, I'm not even joking. They'll play bumper cars in Ohio, and they'll just keep driving. It's crazy. And I can't tell you how many cars I saw on the side of the road just on fire, abandoned. Or not even on fire, just sitting there. Like, they abandoned their car, and they just leave it there. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Massholes are crazy drivers. Absolutely. Well, that's why I said, Mrs. Queen, not all of you. Not all of you. Wanda, like I said, not all of you. But like, when I was going through, like, I spent a lot of time in Cincinnati, between Cincinnati and Erlanger, Florence, Kentucky. And yeah, the drivers are a little crazy. They hit you. And they keep going. Midwest, I went to Canada once, and that was about, oh gosh, that was probably about 20 years ago when my ex-husband had LASIK surgery. Shout out to Erlanger. See, I never got to see the flea markets or anything like that because that all started back up as I was coming back up here. Because I was down there from the time, literally, a week after I got down there is when COVID started. And then I came back up here in December. So yeah. It's just, compared to what I'm used to, they're crazy down there. So. Arizona, Alabama. You know what? I may be a little partial, but I think you Alabama people are the sweetest people. Like, for real, for real. It could be just me. So kind-hearted. No, I'm not from Kentucky. No. I went down there and lived there for 2 years, and I couldn't do it. It was a culture shock. It was scary. I mean, I went from being in Maine where we watched the grass grow for fun to down there where they watch how many people they can. Yeah, it was crazy. My first time up there walking through Cincinnati, the actual city, I was asked if I wanted to do things that I didn't even know what it meant until I was told. So, yeah. I mean, it made me realize how much of a bubble. Yep, I did cook for my neighbors. The video's in my profile. And a lot of people were on my live earlier. But yeah, I was born and raised right here in Maine. In the wintertime, it can vary. It depends. Like I said, last year we got, I think, 2 major snowstorms, and it maybe amounted to maybe 4 feet. When I was younger, we would have up to 19, 20 feet of snow total. So, yeah. My brother actually, he was living in Ohio for the longest time, and then he just recently moved to North Carolina, so. Yep, I did, Bree. There's a video with the pictures, and some people were on my live earlier. I think that has a lot to do with it, you know, where you grow up, your comfort zone. But it just wasn't my cup of tea. Like, you guys, when you grow up down there, you're just used to it. Like, you know, because I was down there with Frank for 2 years, and he was just, is like an everyday thing to see what I saw, and it just wasn't, you know, I don't know. It was a culture shock for me. Happy Thanksgiving, Christine. There is one place I went when I was younger, and that was Savannah, Georgia. Oh my gosh. It was such a beautiful place. I loved it. Loved it. I know, right? I love this stuff. Happy Thanksgiving, Marsha. Yeah, Cincinnati is just... It was